Hey guys, Michael here from AroundTheTech.com. I'm here with the AT&T Galaxy Note, and I kind of just want to give you my first impressions of this. Obviously, this phone isn't brand new. It's been on the market for AT&T since February, and international carriers, or an international unlocked version, has been available for a while. But this is an interesting phone. It's actually more of a phablet, that blend between smartphone and tablet. I kind of wanted to give you guys just initial impressions in this video, and then some more definitive conclusions on the Note as its own device, as well as the phablet category. So this Galaxy Note is actually the carbon blue version. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's actually not black, it's carbon blue. It also comes in a ceramic white. This device is 5.78 inches by 3.27 inches across by 0.38 inches in terms of depthness. It's not too heavy, actually, weighing in at 6.45 ounces. It's actually fairly thin, but obviously the huge screen, which is 5.3 inches at 1,280 by 800 pixels. It's Super AMOLED, and that's, in case you're wondering, a 284 ppi. Like I was saying, because this screen is so big, it allows Samsung to put a lot into this phone, but also keep it relatively thin because it has so much length across. This has a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon processor, so it's pretty quick. It does not run the latest version of Android. It's all the way back to Gingerbread, which is 2.3.6. This also has AT&T LTE, so it's blistering fast in AT&T LTE markets, and also has a large 2,500 milliamp hour battery to support the dual-core processor and the LTE. On the back here's an LED flash, as well as our camera. This is an 8 megapixel camera that has 1080p video recording. Now on the bottom of the device, it actually opens up, here's your speaker by the way, and has the S Pen. So we'll talk about the S Pen in a second, but that's what kind of makes this phone unique. So if we open up the lock screen here, we swipe to unlock. Here's kind of the front screen. Obviously, everything looks pretty huge on here. I haven't really gone in and super customized Android yet, because this is only a review unit, but I have gone ahead and messed with this particular phone as well as Android in the past. So, I'm not really going to give you a software tour of Android Gingerbread. I know we're very, very familiar with that. But in terms of this, I just want to kind of show you what the biggest selling point is of what I've seen so far. So, obviously, again, that S Pen has a tip here that will work on the Galaxy Note, and then has a little button. So there's basically S-Memo, which is kind of like the drawing application. Now, that's not to say that you can't use this for other text input. You can actually use this throughout the operating system. So you can use it to swipe. You can use it anywhere you want. So it works for everything. But basically, as well as text input, by the way, and text input is fairly good when you're handwriting. But the app that kind of allows you to really demo and play around with the S Pen is S-Memo. So you can launch it from there. It's also in the app launcher. If you hold down this and double tap, it brings up a quick version of S-Memo Lite. I'm not going to save that. And if you hold down and long press, it actually takes a screenshot, which will then open itself up in S-Memo, and you can play around with it. So I'll quickly demo that. So let's say you really wanted to show off Thursday's weather. You can go ahead and click the pen tool, circle that. Now, the use of this button, if you click down, it actually won't write on the screen. So if you're trying to do some very specific things, you can do that. There's also an eraser. Again, you can erase, but if you click down on the button, it won't erase. Let go of the button, erase, hold down the button, won't erase. So it's fairly good. If you hold down, you can change colors. And we'll get rid of that menu. So you can go ahead and underline some things. You can try to write something. One thing that I've noticed is when I'm holding this pen, a lot of times I just click the button by accident. So that kind of is what happened with the E. But when you do that, the harder you press down, it doesn't really change it. But if you press down really lightly, it changes a tad bit. So that's kind of what that is, and you can share it, set it, you can save it. You can go ahead and cancel out. We'll open up the full S-Memo application. And we'll open up, you have two. So I kind of just showed you what the drawing looks like. You can enter a title, and you can start with anything you want. And go ahead and draw. and then you can enter text as well if you want to. But then there's a full-featured version for text input, and that's basically, again, this is a memo application, so it goes ahead and does that. So you can do things like just, of course I'm at a weird angle right here, but you can type like that, and of course you can also change to the Android keyboard as well as the Samsung keyboard and swipe, which I do like. But you can click here and that'll give you a method for just writing. So we can try writing my last name. And it didn't turn out that great. Obviously it messed up the S at the beginning, so we can try one more time. Obviously my handwriting is kind of bad right now because I'm at a weird angle. It actually got it right. I'm at a horrible angle just for filming this video. But that's basically it. So that's just a really quick initial impressions of the Samsung Note here. Obviously the S Pen is the biggest feature, and of course I'll have more content coming for you in terms of a full review of this device, as well as the phablet category as a whole. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day.